What's up, everybody? Today I want to make a quick video and talk about what I think really could mess up somebody's financial plan, and that is this idea of strategy versus tools or tactics. Now, when it comes to people's financial strategy, most of the time when I meet with people, they really don't have one. What they do have is a collection of things and what I call tools. So for example, if I want to retire, I don't necessarily need a retirement account. I need money. And depending on where I keep my money, that will determine how much cash flow I'll actually be able to spend. So when we talk with other people about ideas, do we talk about strategy or do we talk about tools or tactics? Think about the last time you talked to your financial planner and said, you know, I need to save money for my kid's college account or for my kid's college experience. They probably talked about like a 529 or some sort of college savings plan. In the same light as a retirement plan, you don't need a college savings plan to send your kids to school. You need money. You literally cannot send a 529 plan to a university and expect your kids to go to school. You have to turn the 529 plan into cash. So instead of talking about tools, today I want to talk about the importance of having an actual strategy. So when it comes to tools, there's a bunch of different tools that people talk about. People talk about a 401k to retire. We can talk about a 529 plan for college. You probably have talked to a mortgage broker in your lifetime. At some point you want to buy a house. So who do you talk to? A mortgage person. Well, what about the insurance that you own? Has your insurance person ever talked to the mortgage broker? Who has ever talked to your financial planner who talks about the things you need for retirement or your kid's college? Probably not. See, the problem is that most people make these decisions at an individual time with an individual advisor about one topic. And they don't realize that all of those individual financial decisions will have an impact on the overall strategy that you're trying to achieve. So I do believe in getting a really good team behind you of specialists. But when was the last time that you had a room full of all of your specialists with your strategy on the board and you're able to talk about what you want to achieve and have every single person in the room then contribute? So instead of being worried about tools, start to talk about strategy. You know, if you listen to Robert Kiyosaki, he talks about how there's no bad investments. There's only bad investors. And an investor has an opinion. So when it comes to a successful investment, the strategy is key. What's your why? Why do we want to make this investment? Well, ultimately, you probably want to be able to generate cash flow or increase your net worth or leave a greater legacy to your family. So starting off with a solid strategy and a why will help you understand what investments to make in the future. Always start with the strategy and then come up with the tools. You do not start the other way around. Don't worry about the tools. Don't worry about the things. Those all are based on opinions. And you know what they say about opinions. Everyone has one and they're usually full of... Well, we don't need to go into that right now. But the idea here is that if you don't have a good strategy or a why behind what you want to accomplish, you're going to constantly make decisions in what's called a vacuum. Now, I never understood that saying for a long time. But what it means is you're making decisions that are just based on nothing. There's no relevance. There's no foundation that's telling you why that's going to be a good decision. So more important than the tactics of what you're trying to do with your money, coming up with a strategy first is key. If you like these kind of conversations and you want to talk more about strategies, make sure you hit the subscribe button below.